Since the implementation of the changes this year, we have seen an increase in refusal rate. Even a big platform like Apply noticed this as well. So in this video, we are going to talk about those refusal rate. So keep on watching. Hi, my name is Coach MC and we are SLA Planner, where I make a lot of videos for international students. I also share my videos here, my life here, so that you can also use it as your guide as you navigate yours. So I have been helping international students for almost like 4 years now, and I've been tracking my approval rate with my students. So it's been steady for like 90% for the past 4 years, and this year, since the beginning of the changes, I have seen a noticeable drop of 10%. And the common refusal that I have seen so far this year is always related to the finances. As you know, the IRCC changed the proof of funds requirement from 10,000 Canadian dollars, it goes up to 20,635 for a single applicant that will be studying for 1 year. And that is only for the cost of living alone. And since lately, a lot of students are considering to take the master's degree, and that program will take 2 years to finish here in Canada. So you need to prepare ahead for your finances. You need to prepare at least 2 years worth of cost of living. So if the cost of living is 2635 for 1 year, then you have to double that. Not unlike before, when you wanted to pursue a 1-year program, let's say postgrad certificate, you only need to show 1 year worth of cost of living and tuition fee. But this time, if you're pursuing a master's degree, they expect you to show 2 years worth of cost of living and tuition fee. So pursuing a 2-year program, it's going to be really difficult if your finances is limited. I also notice if you have a sponsor, they're very strict, especially if you're a mature student and you don't have your own money, you don't have your own bank account, if you're only relying on your sponsor for your studies. So that one, you have to be really careful. If you have a sponsor, I would recommend that they help you through GIC or paying the 1-year tuition fee. So having a guaranteed investment certificate and paying 1-year tuition fee will not guarantee a visa approval, but it will strengthen your finances when you apply for your student visa. Another thing that I notice is the financial stability of the student or even the sponsor. So let's say you're jobless or your sponsor doesn't have a job, then that will be a red flag for your application. Also, if you're a business owner, I will recommend that you file your taxes so that you have a supporting document when you are submitting your source of income. So the visa officer will have to check, where did you get this money? And let's say you have a sponsor, are they stable? How would you financially support this student? So if you don't have any documents to back up your finances, again, that will be a big red flag for your application as well. And another 2 refusals that I commonly seen recently is the employment prospects and the purpose of visit. So for the employment prospects, when we are addressing that, we just have to make sure that we show them like job links, like what are the job available after you graduate related to the program. And for the purpose of visit, that one is kind of like difficult to defend because you don't know which part of your letter they're questioning. Is it your work experience? Is it the program itself? Is it your plan after studies? But you really have to make sure that you prepare a proper study plan. So before, they always strict with the mature student. Let's say a 40-year-old, they're very strict to our mature students. But lately, regardless of the age, if you're a 27-year-old applicant or 23-year-old applicant, you can still get refused in your finances, especially if you don't have a proper documentation. Even if you have more than enough, let's say you have 3 million, 5 million, more than enough for your studies in Canada, but you don't have a proper documentation for your finances, you will still get refused. So you just have to make sure that you prepare for this carefully. MC, what if I get refused? Can I still apply? So good thing there's no limit when you apply for your student visa. So I also received like some refused applicants like before. And then when they join SLE, we just address what is needed to be addressed, and then they get approved. But again, we really have to, make sure that they have proper documentation this time. So if you guys need help, I will leave my link in the description box, and you can attend the free discovery call this coming Tuesday. Okay, I'm gonna have my noodle. So good. I saw so many videos lately, like a lot of Indian students are experiencing racism, which is so sad, I mean, yung mga ano pa sa kanila, parang nagiging racist sa kanila is mga fellow immigrants din. So many like nasty comments about, international student, you should just study here, go home after studies. But remember, they came here as a temporary resident too. Yeah, they didn't come here as a student, they came here as a worker. I mean, after work permit, you're supposed to go home as well, but then you stayed. So it's the same idea, it's the same concept. You telling them to go home after their studies. If they can apply for the postgrad work permit, let them apply. If they want to apply for the permanent residency, just like you did, let them apply. And you telling yourself, you're telling this story to your head that, oh, I can't get a job because this immigrants or this international students are stealing my jobs, Maybe it's a you problem. It's not a them problem. Don't blame these people if you can't get a job as a carpenter or as as an engineer. Maybe you have to go back to school so that you can get a job. So let's try to avoid to have this victim mentality where you always blame the country, you always blame the people around you, why your life sucks, because how would you get ahead of life if you always blame it to the external factors, right? How would you control your life? It's gonna start within you, right? Let's not forget where we came from. We start from the bottom as well. Dun sa mga immigrants na here na matagal na, let's be grounded and be reminded, na nag-start din tayo from scratch. And mahirap din talaga ang buhay dito. And these students are just trying to have a better life here, just like what you did when you first came here. So it's just a reminder for everyone. Don't gatekeep this beautiful country for yourself. Nag-enjoy ka and let other people enjoy this country as well.